What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Harris, back again with another video. It's that time of year again, so hit the music. That's right, y'all. It's that time of year again. Time for the Super Bowl. Football fever's in the air, and Mr. Harris is here to give you my predictions. I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win the Super Bowl and why, and who I want to win the Super Bowl and why. Because sometimes those two ain't always the same. But before we get started, I know you hear the music in the background and some of y'all might be thinking, wait a minute, that's Fox NFL's music and the Super Bowl's going to be on CBS this year. I know that. But I use the Fox NFL music because CBS's NFL music sucks. So I figure I'd go with Fox. So here we go on to the prediction. First, who I want to win. I want New Orleans to win. And here's my reason why. Couple reasons. Number one, I always like to go for the sentimental favorite. Everybody wants the Saints to win because they ain't never won the Super Bowl before. For a long time, they were one of those teams that were just always losing. I remember when I was growing up in the 80s, the Saints never did anything except lose. And so it's good to see the Saints in the Super Bowl. I mean, they've had I don't know how many, probably about 5 or 6, 7 Super Bowls in the Superdome, but the Saints have never played it. So it'd be nice to see them actually get a Super Bowl. And plus, I want them to win. I think it'd be good for the city of New Orleans. After all they've been through with Katrina, I mean, Katrina was almost 5 years ago, but that city is still recovering after everything that happened during the hurricane. So that's who I want to win. Now on to who I think is gonna win, I'm going with the Saints on that for 2 reasons. Number one, I don't think Indianapolis has the defense to stop Drew Brees and his offense. I just don't think they can do it. Especially now, we just found out a couple days ago that Dwight Freeney for the Colts is probably not going to play, and if he does play, he's going to be playing hurt. So he's their main pass rusher. In order for them to disrupt what the Saints are going to do, they got to put pressure on Drew Brees, and without Dwight Freeney, I don't think they can do it. Even with Dwight Freeney, it would be tough. So that's one of the reasons why I think the Saints are going to win. And the other reason is the Saints defense. I think the Saints proved, especially with the way they played against Minnesota, that they can force mistakes. Peyton Manning, as good a quarterback as he is, he's a pure pocket passer. You put some pressure on him. Next thing you know, he gets happy feet. He gets the happy feet. He gets back there in that pocket and he gets to dancing around. You can force him to make some mistakes, throw some picks, throw some bad passes and stuff like that. So I think if New Orleans can put that same kind of pressure on Indy that they put on Minnesota and force them into making mistakes, I think they can win. And here's the wild card, the X factor as people like to call it. The Super Bowl is going to be played in Miami. Now I realize that Miami is a pretty decent drive from New Orleans, but it's an even further drive from Indiana. Now back when I was in the military, I spent a little time down in a little armpit of a town called Biloxi, Mississippi, which is about an hour and a half east of New Orleans. And down that whole, when you're traveling east through the southern part of the United States, once you leave Texas, you're in Saints country all the way from the Texas-Louisiana border all the way until you hit the state of Georgia. All that Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, all that down there, that's all Saints country. When I was down in Mississippi, that's all they was talking about down there was the Saints. So you're going to have a lot of people, especially given the fact that this is the first time ever the Saints are going to be in the Super Bowl, and it is relatively close. You're going to have a lot of people from Louisiana down there in Miami. You're probably not going to have as many people from Indiana down there in Miami because, number one, it's a further trip, it's a longer trip, and number two, you got to look at the state of things in the country right now. The economy is bad, and one of the hardest hit places when it comes to the economy is Indiana. I think Indiana's got like a 14-15% unemployment rate. So you're gonna have, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have some people from Indiana down there. But I think it's gonna be a little bit of a home court edge for New Orleans. So with that being said, that's gonna be my predictions, and I think New Orleans is gonna come out on top. Now, along with the Super Bowl on Sunday, the day before the Super Bowl on Saturday, we're having me and some friends of mine are having a rib off. Now, we did this before about a month and a half ago. We had a rib off where basically me and two of my boys, we all barbecued spare ribs, and then we had a little contest to see whose was the best. And it was out of me, my boy Hank, and my boy Brandon. Brandon came in third place. I came in second place, and Hank beat me for first place by 1 point. Now, Hank had a little bit of a home field advantage because we had the thing at his house, and one of his kids was one of the judges, one of the tasters. So I think Hank had a little bit of a home court advantage, but I'm coming with something different this time. The last time I did my ribs on my grill, I recently purchased a smoker, and so this time I'm gonna do my ribs on a smoker. They're gonna have a little bit of a different taste, a little bit of a different flavor. So, and this time there's gonna be, I know there's gonna be me, Hank, and Brandon, and at least 2 other guys that are gonna be cooking. So it looks, right now it's looking like we got about 5 guys that's gonna be cooking ribs that are gonna be going for the rib title. So wish your boy Mr. Harris luck in the rib off. And what I'm gonna do is, after the Super Bowl and after the rib off, I'm gonna come back, make another video, talk about whether or not I was right about the Super Bowl and what happened in the Super Bowl, and also talk about what went on at the rib off. So like I said, wish your boy luck, and I'm rooting for the Saints. If you want, leave a video response or a comment below and let me know what you think about the Super Bowl, who you think is gonna win, and why. And once again, as always, hit the big yellow button up there in the corner, subscribe to your boy, and look out for more videos from your boy Mr. Harris. Once again, my name is Mr. Harris, and I'm out. Peace.